storm came. And as this storm came upon this boat, it started shaking. When you read even the book of, that's Matthew chapter 8. They're quite similar. When we read Matthew chapter 8, verse 23, we're finding that same story is also explained there. Now what happens is that when they went there, the wind started blowing. I can imagine how many of us have been on a boat before. I can think maybe few of us have been. But most of us, I think we've been on a vehicle before. Most of us actually are used to that when going to town, when mom and dad are bringing us to church, even when going for school trips. Now these guys were on a boat, on the waters. I think most of us have seen it in even on television. We've seen movies on pirates, cartoons. We've seen them actually. To some of us who watch cartoons, SpongeBob lives underwater. We've seen what the boats are. We've seen how the waters are. But now we are finding that now Jesus and the disciples were on one. And now a storm came and it was blowing and tossing the boat to and from. And Jesus was in there and he was asleep. The Bible tells us to say the disciples actually got afraid and went and woke Jesus up to tell him, saying, "Don't you care that we are perishing?" I can imagine what some of us can do when the boat starts to shake. I think some of us can cry for mommy and daddy to come and help us. We can start crying, so no, mommy or daddy, come and help us. This is going to happen. And just like that, we are seeing the disciples rush to Jesus that he can help them, because at this point, it was shaking. It was about to collapse. The winds were so strong. So they tried in everything here and there, but they failed. And now when Jesus walked about, he was shocked to say and asked them why they were that afraid. And with a few words, Jesus said, "Peace, be still." And lo and behold, we are finding that the winds and the waves did what? They stopped. I can think some of us can actually be shocked. Someone telling the winds to stop. That can't even happen with most of us. We can actually be in shock. But this is what happened. And they were all surprised and asked to say, "What kind of man can this be?" Now the disciples were with Jesus all along. They knew the things he was doing, but they did not know that even nature could obey him. Now the sermon title we have based on this reading is saying, "There is a shield." Turn to your neighbor and tell them, "Neighbor, there is a shield." Now, how does this go with this? There's a certain song that I want us to sing that I know most of us know about. So you can sing along with me, because this song tries and explains what is found in this chapter here. It goes like this. With Jesus in the vessel, we can smile at the storm. Smile at the storm, smile at the storm. With Jesus in the vessel, we can smile at the storm as we go sailing home. With Jesus in the vessel, we can smile at the storm. Let's smile. Smile at the storm and smile at the storm. With Jesus in the vessel, we can smile at the storm as we go sailing home. Sailing